wait. Back to death.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Euphoria.
Oh, I know that feeling. But no, you guys heard about Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Have you seen that show?
Oh,
Yeah.
Homie passed away.
So, his name is
61.
Andre Braugher.
Yeah. He was 61.
He looked so good though for that, and he was
61 is so young.
It is so
young. Especially on a black man.
Oh my god!
Dude,
oh no! Oh my god!
He looked 48 for a white guy.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Straight up. No, like
was it the lieutenant?
Yes.
He passed away. Yeah.
That show was so good though, but it reminded me of. Have you guys seen Murderville?
No.
Sounds like a game.
Hilarious! It's hella funny.
Selena Gomez one. No, right?
That's Murders in the
Murder
Building.
in the
Only Murderers in the
I didn't know
Building.
she had a show, but Murderville. There's like been so many comedians and like actors that have been on it, like Conan. Marshawn Lynch is the best.
Marshawn Lynch is on it?
I have seen it.
Dude.
Yeah. I love Marshawn Lynch.
He's hella funny.
Okay.
That's my guy.
If we're going to keep talking about death, I guess. Marshawn Lynch on... No.
My segues.
No. But
One ticket
Marshawn...
straight to hell.
but Marshawn Lynch on... Bear Grylls,
I know what you're talking about. Did you see the pirate thing? Where he was like on the pirate...
On a boat. He was a buccaneer, but like...
He's a buccaneer.
He was a buccaneer. Like, he went in, he did the whole thing. But he went on Bear Grylls. What's his show? Man vs. Wild?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Stop.
He went on...
No way.
Marshawn Lynch went on Bear... on that show. And then they had to kill, like, a hog, right? And he was like... Nah, dog, I ain't doing that. Nah. Hey, Rogue, like, I'm not doing that. Like, no. Like, he's like, what? You want me to stick him? Like, he's so Oakland.
Guy,
he's
dude.
so
I gotta find
Oakland.
that.
You know?
Find that
But dude,
episode.
that episode was so funny. He was just like, nah, Rogue, I ain't doing that. Like, nah.
Dude, literally, he's like so funny. He needs to be a comedian also. Like, he's
Yes,
so
he's
funny.
hilarious.
It's just like, well, it's also just like, I think once you, like anyone, right? Like, even with like Theo Von, right? I don't get it. I don't understand it.
But I love it.
But I love it. You know, Marshawn Lynch, he's so Oakland. Damian Lillard, he's Oakland. He's a basketball. He's a basketball player. But like they're so Oakland. They're like, you know, Kehlani, so Oakland. They're white. They're almost like. They're like privileged, right? But they're so like indoctrinated in their hood.
Yeah,
You can't take that out of them.
Yeah.
You know, like Kehlani, like is an She's been through the whole like adoption centers and everything else.
Kehlani, the singer.
The singer.
Oh,
yeah.
she's fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
but and then
But
like
she's still Oakland.
right. But and then like. Meanwhile, like someone like G-Eazy, right? Shout out Gerald, I guess. He's like a white kid. He's just a white kid who so happened to live there.
In Oakland?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, you know, like, but like Kehlani's also a white girl, but she lived it. You know, she actually like was in it. Like she was through foster care. She was through all these things where like Gerald
did not know
wasn't. Gerald,
Yeah,
you know?
Gerald.
Yeah. Like, it's like, it's that whole, like, 8 Mile rap, right? Eminem is, like, coming at him and is like, his first name is Clarence, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you live there, but you weren't doing anything, you know?
He lived in the
Like,
fucking hills.
Just fucking unlocked a memory in my head right now.
Dude, honestly, that whole 8 Mile in general, right?
Dude,
Well,
I thought it
Eminem-
was so cool. I was such a tomboy. I used to wear like baggy ass dickies and like a tank top and think that I was like the only girl in 8 Mile.
But now the girls do it like casually. Now that's a thing.
Yeah,
That is what they were
Right?
on.
Yeah.
Right now that's a thing all of a sudden.
I had my CD player on that fucking track on replay. I just be like back button and then I walk around like I'm hella
Thinking
cool.
What, with your Walkman or what?
Yeah.
With
the
my
Walkman?
auntie that was taking me to church. She'd be like, "What do you have in there?" And I'm like, "Nothing." You know, nothing.
Just gigging your head, just coming out like you're a boxer. Yeah.
Washing me and my clothes.
Yeah. That's hella funny.
Oh my god.
But all right. Well, the end of the year is coming up, right? Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions or anything like that?
No.
Growth. Period.
I'm perfect.
No, growth. No, always room for improvement. Always. That's it. Ain't nobody perfect.
I'm perfect.
Nobody.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. Like, I want to do whatever I can this year, but I need to pace myself. And I think that's the biggest thing is like pacing myself. Last year, I just like kept going and going and going and going. I didn't let myself breathe. This year, I just want to make hella money to buy a house. Got to get another sponsor. And,
It's valid. What about you?
Honestly, I told Matt this last week where I'm like, dude, I'm nervous for 2024 because like I know personally I'm gonna like do so much more in an annoying fashion. Like I'm gonna post so much more. I'm gonna do so much more content. I'm gonna be on the streets like, hey, like da 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 da.
That's
like,
my little hood
well, I bought little mics. I did all these things. Like, dude, I'm ready for it. Like, I'm at the point where like maybe the music thing is one of the wheels or the front two wheels.
I feel like it should be the big wheel on the front.
Sure, for you. But for me, it's like I don't necessarily want to be a DJ.
All right, let's talk about what are your aspirations then?
Like in general.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like
Yeah.
I've said this on the podcast and everything.
Yeah,
like
open up.
Like literally, like I think next year is gonna be a practice for like I really do want to be an interviewer. Like I don't know why like the whole like late night things like really interest me like
They're
that
fun.
Yeah.
but like not like in the sense of like late night but like what we see on Instagram
Like a niche thing. Like a niche thing.
yeah where I just go to these clubs and like I want to be able to do me in every aspect. So like I think talking is the biggest avenue. It's not music. Music is such a fucking closeted like this is who I am and this is what I do. Mm-hmm. But being able to like communicate to anyone is my way of like opening up everything. Where it's like, oh, you're into music? I can talk to you about music. Yeah. You're into like therapy? I can talk to you about therapy. You're into just life? I'm into that. Like and like talking is the only way of doing that. I thought music was that, but that's because that's the only form of communication that I knew, right? Like making playlists for people was my form of like a love language.
That was your love language?
It was my like being like, oh, like I made you this playlist. Like I just every time I
made this
I made
video.
you a
I made this
mixtape.
these 24 songs like they just remind me of you. You know, like that was my love language. But like but like for real, but like
I feel it.
Yeah, but like I feel like sometimes I don't like fully express myself.
Yeah.
And like the only way I know how is my like communication. And sometimes yes, I know it's aggressive.
Yeah.
And yes,
but you're able to like you'll communicate, but you're able to like ask questions on people rather like on the points that we're talking about.
Yeah,
but listening.
Right.
Yes.
Just as important, if not more.
Right. That's also like my like with me personally. Like I don't necessarily need to give information. I want to absorb information. Mm-hmm. Right. Which is someone's brain. Which is what like.
Except if it's history, because then you're like want to give a lot of it.
Well, because you don't know about it, so let me tell you. Let me tell you about Chilean history.
Fucking wormhole.
But like you know, just like oh, you don't know about this? Dude, this like back in the day, this is what happened, or like just like little things. Like some of my favorite people in general are people who don't talk at you, but like let you talk and then let that be the conversation, right? So like Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, even sometimes like Bobby Lee at points, right? Like he will always like
they want to hear you,
right? And like that's been my thing. But even with like comedy, like I'm still trying to find my voice. Is what like even at 27, I'm trying to like I'm realizing now.
You should do stand up, honestly.
I've been doing stand up.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I've been doing it at Mama Kim's. I've been doing it at where I work at Red Rock. There's an open mic on Mondays.
Really?
So I've been doing it there. I'm working up to doing it at Rooster Tell Feathers in Sunnyvale, and then maybe one day
improv?
we'll do improv, you know. But it's like baby steps, you know. Or
are you into that? Into comedy?
I love that. I've always wanted to be on SNL, but like I don't have the balls to do it. Like I do stupid shit at home.
Yeah.
Okay, but who do you like though? Like, what kind of comedians? What kind of comics do you like?
Oh God, I don't know. I like
Pick
everybody.
one.
I'll watch my favorite.
Yes.
Fluffy.
No. Oh my God.
I love
wait.
Fluffy.
His name's Michael, I believe. He's Stuart.
Michael Blackson.
Stuart. I don't even know who that is. Stuart on SNL.
Who?
Stuart on SNL. What's his name? Michael something. I don't know.
I don't have no idea. I don't watch SNL.
I
forget his
don't.
name. I know
That's
you're
a
talking
bad
about,
thing
though.
for me is that like I don't know the names of songs. I don't know the names of people. Like I know your name, but like it takes a little bit for me to get to know somebody, and until I know a couple things about them, I'm not gonna remember their name.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you
I
know
like I can't even say it.
See, if you really like them, you would know their name.
Right.
No.
Do you know who Andrew Schultz is?
Yeah, of course.
Who's
That's my
that?
favorite.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's my guy. From
Yeah, yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Like,
my favorite.
that's my thing. We're just like Andrew Schultz, people who are like bold, but also like
Respectful, almost.
right.
Almost.
Like don't get me wrong. Like
He's
Andrew
funny.
Schultz says outlandish shit.
Sometimes,
right?
yeah.
Like let's just say, like I'm gonna pull one of his jokes. Right? He made a Taiwanese versus China joke. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And his whole thing was just like, I don't know who's who. Right? Like who? Like how am I gonna differentiate who's who? Right?
Yeah.
And like that was his joke, but at the end of the day, he was still pinpointing like, hey, like I understand that you guys want to be your own country and your own sovereign state and blah blah blah, but at the same time, like if you're trying to secede from China,
You kind of need each other.
you have to fucking like
it out.
Make 'em
shirts
different,
shirts
yeah.
versus skins was his punchline, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like you guys need to, and they're gonna wear shirts because they are the ones who make it.
You know what? I love comedy, but I've never actually seen a comedy show in my life. Never. But I love
okay.
comedy. Though.
Dude, the
Dude,
best comedy show I've ever seen was ID4 or no, ID10T at the Shoreline. I saw so many people, but I don't know their names.
No.
Yeah.
None of
I
There's
used to-
one
I
guy
used
with
to
a
thinking-
long beard.
I can tell
White
you.
guy.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
hella tall. He's
Yeah.
hella tall.
I used to sneak into Shoreline shows all the time, and sometimes they would be comedy shows. I
Yes,
would
good
sneak
one.
in,
Wait,
not
how do you
knowing.
sneak in, by the way? A little inside tip.
So, like you either know the security guard who's working at the time,
Okay.
blah blah blah, or you can just sneak in through the back where the porta potties are, by the Sky Bar is what they call it,
Yeah.
and like blah blah blah. You can do that way, or you can just like wait in line, pretend like you have a ticket, and then just run in. That's another way.
That's
I've
what I
seen
did for
people
Vegas.
get,
You know,
like,
you
tackled.
can just like they're not gonna stop you.
You could
They're
also
just-
They don't care.
They don't
50.
care.
They really
They
don't
don't like as long as it's not like 17 people. Like
Yeah.
you're fine. Like
17
if
is a real number.
well, one time there was like 10 of us waiting in line, and dude, this is for Beyond Wonderland, right?
Oh my god.
Dude, we were in line and all of us didn't have tickets, and we're all like, all right, well, like once
we
these
have a
five
screenshot
people,
like some bullshit. Like, oh yeah, we got a fake ticket, whatever.
well, we didn't even go that far.
Damn.
We didn't have anything. Like we were just like, all right, once these 5 people are in front of us, all of us are gonna run to the fence, jump over it. We don't realize how fat we are. The fence flips over, right? Like it literally, like we knock over, like all the fences are connected. So like next thing you know, like 15
rest-
of the
the rest.
fence, like, and then 45 like people with tickets
Just ran through.
are running through.
Yeah.
What
So
is
at that
the
point we're
deal?
good.
It's because the line goes all the way around.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
And like yeah,
That's
people like dude, that's the craziest thing to me with like mob mentality, right? Is just like, well, if everyone's doing it, even if you have like the ability to just do it the right way and you're
Wait,
good.
you said
How
mob
is that
mentality or
mob
mob
mentality?
mentality?
Mob.
Oh, I thought you said
yeah.
mom. I
Yeah,
was
me
like,
too.
I would not do that. I'd be
no,
like,
a mother would not.
No,
We're
But
going the opposite way.
Yes,
mentality,
yes.
like you, like literally, like they saw 10 of us jump over the
Oh, let me
fence.
follow.
Everyone else, and
Fuck
like,
it.
dude,
Let
you
me-
have a ticket.
Let
like,
me
it's
give you
chill.
mom mentality on that.
Let's skip it.
Thinking, ew.
I'm kidding. Okay. Elaborate.
No,
Alright,
if
well,
too many
right.
people go in, then you have the fucking Travis Scott situation.
Okay, kind of true.
No, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking
course, that's
terrifying.
valid, that's
It's
valid.
terrifying.
Of course.
There were
But
hundreds of people that
But there's
stormed
also
in there, right?
boundaries.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
20 people.
Hey, bitch, I have fucking snuck into concerts before too.
I hope so.
I'm just saying now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for elaborating.
That's hella funny. But no, yeah, it's just like I don't know, like
Yeah,
it
but
was,
did it work out though?
Oh yeah, we all made it. Like all you need to do is just take off your sweater, put it in your backpack, and you're chill.
Yeah,
You know?
you don't want to be seen with the same
They're all
clothes.
like
Typical hoodlum
strip your
shit, yeah.
clothes
Yeah.
off.
Typical
Dude,
hoodlum
also
shit.
like Beyond Wonderland at that point when it was still here in the Bay Area,
Yep.
it was 18 and up. I was 16. Like my first rave was when I was 14.
Mine was when I was 7
What?
in a barnyard in Texas.
Damn.
And that shit was like, I walked in and it changed my life. I walked in and it was like Sandstorm was playing.
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, oh my God. And like,
What's
I'm
the name,
looking
Daru?
around. They were.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
My mind would have been blown. Just like, oh
My mind was blown. And then after that, I thought like, I'm going to
Wait,
be
okay,
a
wait.
DJ.
So I guess to like kind of wrap this all up, what was
Wait.
your
Are we
first
done
like
already?
what was your first interaction with like EDM, right? So like with you probably would have been that 7-year-old like state when
Okay,
going
so
in.
with her, very similar story, but I was maybe 16 or 17. I used to start going to underground raves.
Okay.
In the area, kind of like maybe like Santa Clara, maybe like Oakland, but like, you know.
like warehouse raves.
Like authentic underground raves, like the
Yes.
real fucking blur. Like,
We had some off of like Phelan here in San Jose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Yeah, I think I DJ one or two actually, but yeah, like authentic underground raves, you know. You know, they had like the little groups, little plur groups, whatever. Like there was fucking coordinates before. You would start with like, if you want to go there, call this number, and they're gonna tell you coordinates. And you fucking write that shit down, and then there might be a shuttle to take you there after when you get there.
Right.
Like it was super exclusive, like super like, you know, like low key, and like you could not like get in if you don't like know how to do it. Like there's
Right.
a
You
process.
gotta
Right.
go through like the gate,
Yeah.
like
No,
there's
there's a
a
full-ass
whole,
process, yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's how I started. That's how I like started to love DJing pretty much because of that shit. And then like, you know, it was fun. Yeah, of course the fucking shitload of crackheads and drugs and shit, but still, it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It was
They're nice people.
like yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they were nice people.
yeah. Well, at the end of the day, like I think where you're coming from is like self-expression, right? Where we're just like
I guess.
we all went through this one thing,
Yeah,
and we're all here.
yeah, just fucking be yourself.
So let's just fucking vibe.
Thank you.
You know, like that's the main thing. That's what, like
Yes.
I think what a lot of people are not realizing when they go to these big festivals, right?
There for the hype.
They're there because they bought the $200 ticket.
Or
Like-
they know one DJ that they're going to see.
Yeah.
The first
You know,
DJ
and it's like, oh, I'm here for John Summit, and it's like, cool, but dude, the other 5 DJs that are on before him are so fucking good.
If not
Yeah,
better.
You know, like
If not better.
they have to prove so much more. You know, because they
Yeah.
want to be at the headlining, like you
for
know,
sure.
state.
For sure.
And like that's the difference. And like if you don't go to the smaller shows or the underground shows or like go see a homie. If you see a homie, you're gonna see
Yeah.
like 5 other DJs who you don't know. You know, but like you might be there for a homie and be like at the end of the night, like if you leave being like, but that other DJ was kind of tight.
That's how I
Like, that's the best
how
thing.
I learned about Adventure Club. I just showed
Yeah.
up and I was like,
Right.
hell yeah, Adventure Club's hella good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what it's about.
I need to go pee real quick.
Can I go after you?
Yeah. All right. Wait, so what were we talking about right now? We were talking about death a little bit and like blah 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 and like all this other stuff.
We were talking
like,
about
artistry.
Christmas.
No. We were talking about how like our first
First rave.
raves and all
Yeah.
that stuff and like sneaking in and doing all this other stuff.
What was
But
your
you have
first?
for me, my first like real like rave was Identity 2012.
Where?
Identity. It was at Shoreline in Mountain View.
Yeah.
So this is like, you know, people like Afrojack, people like like those
all the big room bass guys.
yeah, big room.
Yeah,
like this
fucking
was like
Martin Garrix type
early,
people.
like maybe it might have been like 2011, 2010, like that era.
Yeah,
like
that was a good. That
early.
was like beautiful.
I think that era was the same era that we're kind of in right now, where it's like that medium.
Yeah, but the
Like it's
music's
like
different.
the big guys are the big guys, and then like no one really cares about the little guys. You know,
I think that's how it's always gonna be.
Kind of true.
Like sure, but like not really. Like, does that make sense? Like I'm gonna use an even playing field, not EDM, so we can really talk shit, I guess. But like Rock the Bells versus
Puro party.
no. What's the new hip hop festival that's going on?
Fucking reggaeton
No,
festival.
no, like hip hop, like
Rolling Loud.
Rolling Loud,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's Rock the Bells versus Rolling Loud.
Rock the bells all the way. What's up?
But for sure,
Rolling
but
Loud.
we're old heads, right?
Yeah.
Right? So like that's the difference. Like right now it's that happy medium. it's not Beyond Wonderland. It's
Yeah.
Insomniac.
Yeah.
Insomniac is the thing that's bringing everyone in.
EDC and everything else.
And then like their events was like differentiating what it is, because they have Dream State,
Right.
they have
other categories.
yeah, they
genres.
have different genres for different festivals. But Rock the Bells was everything.
Was that like the fucking punk festival? Which one was that?
No,
one?
Rock the Bells was like literally every hip hop artist. If you weren't there,
the hip hop the OG hip hop festival.
OG hip hop.
That's right.
Like, dude,
Kid
I saw-
Cudi and all them, right?
Dude, I saw holograms of people. You know what I mean?
Tupac.
Like,
No, that was
no.
Coachella.
That was Coachella, but
Coachella.
I saw ODB and I saw and Eazy-E as holograms. So it's
sick.
NWA
What?
and Wu-Tang Clan.
What year was this?
This was maybe 2012, 2013.
How old were you?
I was maybe 13, 14, 15.
That's wild.
So like, you know, like that in itself, right? So like I fell in love with music because of hip hop.
Your parents let you go at that age?
They didn't let me do anything. They don't let me do anything.
How the fuck did you go then?
I live down the street.
Bro, you do.
You just
Yeah,
left.
you just go.
Just
You just
do.
live. You just live and let life, right? Or
Live and let live.
I wish
whatever
I could,
the saying is.
I wish I could fucking rave at 7 years old. That's wild. Too.
But
That's respectful.
but I wasn't. But like yeah, like
Yeah,
but
same shit.
also she was. Someone probably brought her there,
My
right?
mom.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Like see, that's
Fucking blew
different.
my mind.
Like
Blew my mind.
I had homies who
wish.
their parents like
Put them on.
shout out Caitlin, I love you, but like her mom like is a Santa Cruz head.
And they
Oh,
put they put them
that's a
on.
different kind of
like
mom,
she was never there, but she was always out. She
Right.
would take Caitlin out, and then she would experience life.
Must be
Yeah.
nice.
And you say that, but your parent is elsewhere.
Doing drugs?
Your parent is
Oh,
elsewhere.
okay. I can see
You
it.
know?
I can see it. I can see it.
We're all elsewhere.
I can see it now. I can see it.
You know what I mean? Like
You little naughty
like,
elf.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
can
they're
see
just
it.
they're just
I can
out
see it.
there.
I can see it.
And like sure, like it's nice. Like I with
a
you,
blessing and a curse.
with you, right? Like I don't think you're gonna be like Caitlin's mom. I don't think you're ever gonna like. You'll bring Forrest along when it's appropriate.
Oh, for sure.
But
I
if
don't
it's
think it
not
was like as
appropriate-
appropriate to like bring me into that rave in the barn, because now that I think about it, like the stuff that I was seeing was not like everyone was on drugs.
But do you
know?
regret it though?
Hell no.
How would she
Thank
be
you.
able to regret it? She wasn't. She
would
didn't have
never-
a
It
choice.
was
Yeah.
all
She
joy.
didn't have a
It was all
choice.
joy in euphoria.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is so
it's
cool.
like it's almost like Christmas. We're not like we don't know what Christmas is until we see
But
everyone
it's
there.
lit though. It's
Right,
lit.
It's
right.
lit.
But it's lit though.
We
Like
feel
understand.
Christmas in the park.
We
Sometimes.
understand. We understand that this thing is the thing, but we don't understand like the process of getting everyone there.
Or what really happens.
Right.
Just the image of it, the
Right.
facade.
You know, like even with me, right? With like Mexican parties, right? Why are the moms over there and the dads are over here in the dark?
Yeah, I don't like that either, honestly.
Right? But the dads are fucking doing blow. you know, like
Maybe at your parties.
you know what I mean? Like that's why. It's like it's not to get their ladies mad, you know? But I didn't know that. I was just a kid playing tag and realizing
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Honestly, I never liked the separation. Like in family parties, like men and women, I never liked that.
But that
yeah,
makes hella
but
sense.
like almost
I mean,
but,
not with my dad,
but
because I would go to
also
the
Yeah.
okay, wait. Like with the reality of that, right? The whole separation of men and women.
It's true.
That's the parties is what I've realized is the only time that adults have to like
Let loose.
well not just let loose but like communicate with one another because outside of that all you have is your coworkers.
Yeah,
And
but like, why does it have to be separate genders though? You see what I mean? Like why?
Because hey, as a dude, how much can you bitch about her about being a dude?
yeah, like
Right.
50%.
So it's like when you're at the parties, you're
It's
like,
hard.
and you're getting sauced up. You have like drinks in you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's passing you a cigarette, whatever. And then like next thing you know, you're like, hey, vale, like, hey, like rent, like you know, like you can't like as a dude, you can't talk about rent about like with your wife the same way. Like you're both stressing about
Yeah,
it,
or, like, talking
but
about any kind of like girl problems or whatever, like you know,
right.
relationship shit.
She can't be like, oh, like el otro día, like, blah, 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 they did this, X, Y, and Z,
anything.
you know, like,
That's
like.
why we got our girlfriends. I mean, we definitely have, like, guy
But
friends.
but like for the
and
most
stuff.
part, like family functions or like parties or quinceañeras, like you see that where like it's a separation because that's the only time that like
They can
that
express
many
it.
people or that many groups of that like gender like actually like meet. And like you even see that at festivals sometimes where the girlfriends are with a girlfriend. You see that at actually any event where the DJ who has a girlfriend, all the girlfriends are hanging out in one section,
Or they all go to the bathroom at the same time. All of them.
Yes,
All
we
of them.
do.
But they're all
Right.
talking. But they're talking about being a girlfriend for a DJ, being like,
Y'all don't know. What we're talking
Honestly,
about.
it must be.
What's
It
up?
must be very
Dude.
hard to fucking date a DJ. Honestly, it must be hard.
it must be.
It's
It
hard.
must be awful. Honestly,
I can only
shout out to
imagine.
all you guys who think that you
Yes.
guys can pull me.
Right. My boy, sit down and be humble. no, keep that energy. Keep that shit.
It's a vibe.
No, that shit must be hard though, right?
No, I enjoy it. It's hard for a lot of girls.
But it's easier for you because like you're a part of it.
And he's a real one.
Yeah, no, he's a real one.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It
That
literally,
part.
like,
But you're
anyone
a
can
part
be
of
a
it.
part of it. Anyone could be a part of it.
Yeah,
All
but
my
the-
girls are a part of it. But it doesn't mean that you're...
The same. Or
Yeah, but like not all your girls are here
There's lots of people married.
for
There's
sure, but
not a lot of people
but,
happily
but
married.
my point
lots of people
is
divorced.
but not a lot of girls are putting themselves out there the same way that you are. With this podcast, you just being here is you putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's more so than what they're doing because they're behind the camera taking photos of
Dude,
the boyfriends.
some of them don't even take the
True, that's very
pictures
true.
or anything.
This
like,
is true.
We all talk about it. Like, sometimes you're in the situation where... I mean, I'll be standing there. No, like, I'm standing there.
Question. This is
Dude.
like a fun question
I-
as a dude, right? So like,
I gotta
okay,
go in
okay,
after. Go
okay.
ahead.
So as a female, right? So you get to talk to all the girlfriends and everything else.
Oh.
So
Let's talk about
when
it.
you when you see a girlfriend who's not willing to take photos and videos of their boyfriend while they're DJing, do you kind of see
Assume.
assume that the DJ or the boyfriend who's DJing, it like
Sneaking
she thinks that he's not even good enough
Oh.
to be there.
No, because they're trying to have fun. A lot of the time, they're trying to have fun. Like,
Okay.
I have a
a
question.
lot of the time.
Okay, so why is it that nowadays so many women, especially like nowadays, most girls, they never ever would ever post their boyfriends on fucking social media. They want to seem like a beautiful single bad bitch, whatever. But like, even if they have a fucking boyfriend or a fiance or a fucking husband, they never post them like ever.
I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be true.
Lately, I've been seeing that shit a lot. Like a
They just
lot.
be fucking around,
Well,
bro.
yeah.
No,
Well,
three-quarters.
I don't know that to be true because I know a lot of relationships where the girl never posts them, but they'll post their
Themselves?
boyfriend shit.
Really?
Like
see the
I
opposite.
like to me like
Where they don't post themselves, but they post the man.
So I see the
like
opposite.
oh, I'm gonna be at this event, but it just so happens that the event that they're going to, their
Is-
man's DJing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
well, I
mean?
feel like a lot of the time in that situation, it's because they don't want to be like, oh, come see my man, come see my man.
Yeah.
And it's more like, oh, there's this event, like it's gonna be hella fun, it's whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But like to me, it has like to me like there's two sides of it, right? Where it's like when you're actually like an actual unit and you're like both like down,
Like a solid pair.
right? Like with you and Jacob, right?
Yep.
With you and Jacob, you can post 17 other events, but you're gonna be at Jacob's event,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Regardless.
Like physically, you're gonna be there. But I know so many girls who won't post their boyfriend's event, but post the main events.
Yeah.
Because they're getting guest listed so their man can get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the difference that I see where it's like, oh, you guys are both working.
but not
But it's
together.
like priorities, you know?
But
like,
but it's priorities,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like she like the reason why they're getting guest listed is because of the girl. It's not because of
her.
the guy.
It's because of her.
Mm-hmm.
So she did that shit.
Yep.
So
I
Yeah.
see that so much. I don't have to
That's
fucking
what
worry
I'm
about that
saying.
shit.
yeah, but like for real, but like that's along like some real shit where I that's what I've noticed anyways. Where it's just like that's why I don't date people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like that to me, like I don't
That's
want
a toxic duo right there.
Well, one, I don't ever want you to think that you did me a favor in my success.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Very true.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
and like maybe that's a toxic trait that I'll talk to my therapist about. you know, blah blah blah,
But
and
it's
we'll
true.
talk about it on the podcast later on.
Yeah.
But like it's one of those things where like that's where me personally like I don't ever want someone to be like, I did that for you. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Like
How
you know.
terrible would that feel to like go on
Shitty.
and like that's bullshit too because
Mm-hmm.
like you get yourself to where you're gonna get and
Right.
ultimately you're gonna do as good as you're gonna fucking do. And like if you can't advance and you're not with that person or whatever it may be, yeah, you might blame that, but like it's up to you and what you're gonna get off your ass and do.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me ask you something then, because honestly, like I'm talking about in general, right? So most people say, like most women say, like, oh, never ever date a DJ because they're gonna be fucking toxic. They're gonna be fucking sneaking around, being little hoes, like on some sneaky shit.
Mm-hmm.
Never date a DJ because you know they're like always playing shows, always in nightlife, always fucking hoeing around, always doing sneaky stuff. So what do you think?
Well,
about that?
okay. Well, first
No,
off,
let her-
no,
ladies first. Ladies first.
No, but with that statement, never date a DJ who actually gets gigs.
I don't know.
Does
if
that
I
make
su-
sense?
I don't know if I support that.
Like that's the question, right? It's
Yeah.
like
No,
never
because
get a
it's the DJ who's always out versus the DJ who's actually doing their job.
Well,
Yeah.
here's for the DJ: don't date a woman that's completely insecure with herself.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
know,
was talking like very generally because you know most
Right.
women say, oh, he's a DJ. Oh yeah, stay away. Red flag. He's
Right,
a DJ. I was
right,
talking
right.
about
But
very
they're
very
fucking-
general.
Right.
Generally,
I feel like back in the day, like
Yes.
being a DJ was like.
But now everyone's a fucking DJ.
I feel like back in the day, like even like Shakespeare times, right? Shakespeare times, it was like being part of a local play, being part of like an orchestra, being
Yeah.
part of the, you know,
Being
like
somebody.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh, I got a gig, I gotta be there, you know. I'm playing the fucking organ
the
or
French
whatever
horn, the
it
French
is.
horn
Yeah,
or
the
something.
French
Playing
horn,
the
is
pink
like you
flute.
know what I mean. That was like
Yeah.
back in the day in the 1800s, right? Or like being a painter, right? You're
Yeah.
like being a painter. It takes 18-hour days to like do
Yes.
one portrait.
A fucking
or-
month. of
Yeah,
work.
you know.
yeah,
and like things
years
like that.
sometimes, yeah.
But like that's the same. It's the same conversation where like it's the artist, right? It's not necessarily a DJ. It's like dealing with an artist. You have to deal with not just the emotion of the human being, but dealing with the emotion of being
Everything
of the art.
attached. Everything
Right.
attached to it.
Yeah, because you're not only gonna have to deal with the guy potentially cheating or like talking to other people, because DJs have to do that. You have a show, you're gonna message all these girls that add you
But
and
that
stuff
was
and
my
let
question.
them
Though.
know.
Like, it was like, what do you think about that? Kind of like a perspective on like you know women think about the fucking DJs, red flag, stay away. What's your like perspective on it? Your point of view?
It's gonna be the person that you're dating. It's not always
Right.
gonna be like, you can't think about it and look at somebody and be like, oh yeah, you can't date that guy because he's a DJ. You have to look at the person that he is.
Thank you.
And if he's throwing red flags out on his own, why
That's
are
on
you
him.
still talking to him?
That's on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Bitch.
answer I was looking for. I was fishing.
You fishing for
No, that answer correctly. You passed the test.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's. I don't
people
know.
are people.
People are people. It's like at the end of the day,
but
it's
you know
like
nowadays everyone has their own opinions. You know,
Yeah.
of course nowadays, especially nowadays, everyone has so many fucking opinions on every fucking stupid little thing, any little dumb thing. There's so many opinions on it. You know, it's very, it's very vocal about everything.
You want to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
not to date them? I'll tell you who not to date. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
yeah.
But also,
name,
also,
you won't name them.
I name names.
Hey, also,
Name
hey,
them. You won't.
Not on camera.
Pussy,
Eh.
it's okay. I'll wait. I got time.
Yeah. Nah.
No, it's funny though because honestly nowadays also girls are very good. Like almost every single girl is like a fucking FBI agent. Like they're very good at like you know.
Dude, yes.
I'm
Thank
an
you.
FBI agent.
Yes.
Dude,
So you're
like,
a girl.
No, I know that. I know that. Like,
you have to be a little better though, right?
no, not even that. I'm learning because of the tricks that they tell me that
Yes.
they did on me.
Listen, women, keep your mouth shut.
Dude, no, girls are. No, I will say one thing: girls are giving out so many secrets that now
Yeah.
guys are
On
starting to think
TikTok.
Yeah.
on TikTok. Like, dude, oh my god.
Let's talk about it.
Put in their number on Zelle.
Oh,
Oh,
Venmo.
I just thought
Zelle.
about it. Wait,
Ooh,
hold on. Okay,
shit.
elaborate on this.
Like, or the scheme is right. You see a phone number, it's not programmed on their phone, but you put it on Zelle.
Yeah,
you
so
put it
not
on
a
their-
contact.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not a contact, but you put it on Zelle and you're like, oh, why?
The
why-
name pops up.
So yeah,
Why does the name pop
is
up
this,
there?
This transaction, huh?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
this
yeah.
about?
It's like, and maybe it's just a $20 transaction for maybe the 2 drinks
For
that they
food
bought.
or gas, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
you know what I mean? But
Something
it's just like, oh, but this is on Wednesday night when you said you were with the boys?
At 11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you didn't get gas, you got ass. You know? Like, you know, like.
Is that gonna be in her next skit? Because bitch.
That's good.
Just saying.
Some ho shit right there.
It's some real ho shit. But like, dude, no, it's crazy. Like, dude, like it's fun to see the like more like girls used to be like real FBI agents.
I feel like they're worse now. They're even more.
No, dude, they already told us everything.
But still,
They told us everything.
they just
like,
get better and better at that shit. Finding shit out, like, you know, fucking fuck around, find out, you get your feelings hurt.
The
That's
dumb
what I'm saying.
bitches tell you about
Also,
everything.
okay. So we're getting a little real, and you're the only female in the room. But like, what is the point of fucking
Around and finding out?
Yeah, like what is the point of that? Like if you already have a hunch,
You know
right?
what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Everyone always is, you're gonna think that I'm gonna have this girl perspective on it. No, you're gonna go and you're gonna fuck around and you're gonna find out, and all you want to do is yell at him. All you want to do
I feel
is
like it's a girl thing.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna fucking look at
Right,
it.
right,
It's
right.
none of my goddamn business.
Well, also let me be clear.
Most girls don't think
She's
like that.
married and has a kid with a happy husband.
A solid,
You know?
a solid hunk.
Like a solid dude.
young
So a lot
buck.
of you females, I'm not gonna say bitches, but a lot of you females like are out here just like fucking thinking that you're the shit, but you guys have nothing around you.
Dude,
to
you know what
support.
I love is when Jacob's DJing and I'm in the crowd
And there's a
fucking
girl.
dancing and a girl comes up, he's like, hey,
Hey.
you know, can you like play
Yeah.
this song? And he's like,
Wait, hold on, pause. So in that moment, what would you do? Like, you know, verbatim, like, what?
I'm gonna stand there and just laugh. I'm not gonna.
But would you like come up
Low
like all
key,
crazy?
low key,
No.
low
With
key.
a
crazy
She
face?
becomes a dude at that point. You know why? Because
Yeah,
she's like,
Like a
she's
security guard?
She's like, my.
That's my man.
My man
That's
did
my
that.
homie.
She's like, dude, like seeing like,
I can
it's
see
like
that.
the same way that like, with us as dudes, right?
Yeah.
If I'm okay with my girl getting free drinks. As long as she does this at the end.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what I mean?
not necessarily this because
But you
I'm
know what I
getting
mean?
free drinks too. But like,
No. But like that's what I'm saying. As a dude looking at my girl, right? But you're the girl who's actually doing that, being like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like blah blah blah. Like you're being friendly, but you're not being
With boundaries.
with boundaries,
Mm-hmm,
right? You're being friendly, but being friendly doesn't mean you're fucking looking for anything.
Yeah.
And like that's the difference where a lot of even dudes nowadays, mostly dudes is what I'm saying.
Insecure dudes.
Insecure dudes are like out here fucking running around just being like any source of like entertainment, they'll entertain
Yeah.
it.
It'll cause an issue.
yeah.
Which is what a lot of drama that's been happening in the DJ industry is like the cause of it,
Due to
right?
that, yeah.
Like a lot of dudes could think that they can leave things just because they didn't say it out loud. If you have a secret girlfriend, a secret this, a blah blah blah, you know, like
Crazy.
you think it's secret until your girl finds out, and now
Yeah.
it's
And
the
everyone, yeah.
now it's the world's news.
Well, not even then. Like, your girl doesn't, she can know about it and not say anything until you fucking break up or something.
Yeah.
Then everybody's gonna know all
Yeah,
your
but
shit.
honestly, I feel like in that scenario, like you were talking about earlier, about like, okay, some girls talking to your man while he's DJing, I can see like turn into full bouncer mode. Like, you know,
Me?
like a security guard.
I can. If he
I can
needs me
see
to
that.
do it,
I can see
I
that.
will.
No, like,
But I don't think it's never really necessary unless they touch
I've never seen her like go ballistic. I've never seen her.
Yeah.
I've never like I even like
it takes so much.
like-
it
like-
takes a lot. Like,
I feel like
I-
you could have a scary side if you really, really get pushed to that extent.
You haven't talked to her for the last hour? She has a scary side for
Yeah.
sure. But
You-
like
you
I
know.
think because she is her authentic self.
Yeah, very chill for the most part.
90% of the time,
Yes.
not when you're maybe with clients, right?
oh God,
Or
I'm like,
even
I don't
ir-
cuss when I'm
Or
Yeah.
even with like your son, right? Like you're gonna be like a more like, you know, like.
I'm a
moral
mom.
person.
I'm a
Yeah.
caring.
Right,
Not
right.
even before
But-
then. I have always acted.
But
like
you
a
know
mom,
the
like,
difference, right?
Yeah.
I feel like even as dudes who don't. Do you have a child?
No.
We don't have kids, right? So we are constantly thinking as like a guy,
guy.
male perspective.
Simple.
You are thinking
Mom.
more so mom, but also as a wife.
Yes.
Like you know how to distinguish that, but also you have this third thing where it's just like I'm also myself. And like that's the cool thing. We're like, we as dudes, I think that's the biggest argument between guys and girls. Is
the big thing.
Is the three?
We can multitask those things. Women are multitaskers.
Yeah.
It is
So men can't?
scientifically proven.
I'm not saying we
cannot.
can't, but I think because we're not birth givers, we're not also partners, and we're not all also selves. Like we think of like
You can
the
be
partner
those
and self
one at a time.
Like I think at most we're really good at 2 out of the 3.
Yes.
But we can't be 3 all at the same time.
Right.
No.
Does that make sense?
No,
Like,
It
we
is
can't be-
literally.
we-
It's been scientifically proven
girls are
that
better.
majority, not even better, just like men cannot multitask more than 3 things at a time.
And like I think that's like
That's fair.
like yeah, I think like just genuinely like I can't like, to me anyways, I feel like I'm sacrificing myself if I'm giving my 100% in a relationship.
Well, let me give you like the good thing on that is that when you do give everything to that one thing that you're not multitasking, so you're giving your all into that one thing that you're good at, you fucking master it.
Yeah.
That's why like you DJing, you gave your all to DJing and you mastered it, and you're like looking for the next thing that you can go to. And
Right.
it's gonna keep fucking going.
Right.
Yeah. Or if you want to fucking dial in on your interviewing and on your speaking and listening. and
That's
shit,
why I'm doing comedy.
You could fucking that too, exactly.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm doing comedy. It's just like words. It's like I'm practicing
Words.
Like words. Like I'm practicing. Like dude, even like today, right? Like for the viewers, like we genuinely tried to not swear for the first 10 minutes.
It didn't.
But
help.
that was for
It didn't
you
work.
two.
It didn't happen.
I mean, I came in hot, you know.
We're gonna bleep that out though. We're gonna bleep that shit out, right?
Yeah,
Please.
but like it's the practice, it's the training, it's the like okay, like understanding, like it's understanding work, life, and interview.
No, you know what? My point of view, the hardest part that you have to endure, in comedy at least, is the public speaking in front of a crowd when like no one fucking knows your name. No one knows who the fuck you
This
are.
this has been the podcast. No one knows my name.
No, but
this
it's
is the
even
podcast.
worse live at a fucking on a stage doing
Yeah.
a fucking open mic. I feel like that's the most terrifying and hardest part to do.
Have you ever done it?
No, never. But I'm obviously talking on the mic when I'm DJing all the time, even yesterday.
I love that shit.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing though. But doing it at a fucking open mic I feel like it's even harder because people like already have an opinion of you.
I
Well,
love
not
the
just that. Not just
pressure.
that.
Is it gonna be
Like,
funny
do
or not?
you want the like real mental breakdown? Like, I've been doing this for like maybe like 4 months or whatever. Like,
Dude,
and
I feel like that's harder though. You have
it's
my
so
respect.
much harder. It's so much harder because like okay, right? So you asked me earlier, right? Like, how are you making tracks? Are you doing this?
Yeah,
Making music seems so easy.
it's not.
Sure, but I know how to make a hit. I can sample anything, make it a fucking dope beat. I know what sounds sonically good on clubs, festivals, and for my own like what I want to listen to when I'm traveling. That's easy. But making sure that the words that I'm using and the tone that I'm using to ignite an emotion, that's hard.
Yeah.
Like doing something in a pattern and being like, oh, like I went to the store and then I saw this one guy and then the guy was wearing green and blah 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 and then he tripped and but when he tripped he fell into poop, and knowing the pattern to make that a funny statement is hard.
Or like imagine like you trying to tell a joke in front of a fucking crowd of people and no one laughs.
I've had that.
I've never.
I
had
do
that.
open
That
mics.
is fucking- that's what I'm trying to tell you.
dude.
That's what I'm trying to talk
I
about.
literally can show you my first ever set. I have it recorded.
Let's see it.
I'm not gonna show that. I'm not gonna show that until
damn it.
Patreon.com.
OnlyFans.
Patreon.com. But like,
subscribe
dude,
OnlyFans.
literally, it was.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like it's like, dude,
It's almost terrifying.
words are so much more when you're talking on a mic. That's what I'm saying. Like I think like that's why I keep asking people to come on the podcast and then they get shy.
Yeah.
Like a day or the day of they get shy and they're like, I actually can't do this.
Oh, and they back out.
And they back out because it's like, dude, it's your words. At the end of the day, like you don't have control over how we edit this.
No.
Like, and you're not, and like
Just have to be your fucking self, and that's it.
that's what I mean. But some people are so scared of themselves that they don't even know how to like.
And they back out.
Right. So to me, even as a DJ, I'm like, if you're not even willing to put your words out there to tell me that you believe in yourself when you're DJing, how the fuck am I supposed to believe you?
Yeah.
You got to risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying,
Do you
dude.
like your biscuit butter.
Okay, now imagine doing this in front of a fucking full crowd of people, telling a joke, and not one fucking soul laughs. They're just staring at you all crazy. How would you feel on stage with fucking lights blinding on your face?
I would laugh.
Yeah, laugh the fucking anxiety and the trauma away.
Well, of course, exactly.
That's
but
just
like,
that's trauma.
That's
That's real trauma.
Do.
Tell me not. That's some real trauma.
Dude,
right there.
honestly,
that will scar you.
I think we know real trauma.
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I want to see you open up like a clam. Open up.
No way. You gotta watch the previous podcast and our
subscribe.
Patreon.
Come on,
Dude,
man.
I'm telling you, like,
Now
no,
is not
I'm
the
telling
time
you,
to back
like,
out.
dude, I'm telling you, like,
Please like and subscribe.
I've literally,
For more.
I've, yeah, for more, but like, also, like, I've literally, like, everything that you're saying right now, like, I've already talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
But also, like, it's one of those things where, like, words. That's why I respect, like, rappers or like storytellers or joke writers, producers. I don't. You're making a beat.
They're in their
You're
fucking-
making a moment. A
bedroom.
moment isn't anything.
And they're in their bedroom or whatever, in their fucking little studio, in their
For sure. But like doing something for like a crowd doesn't necessarily mean that you're speaking to someone. When you speak to one individual, Theo Von does this really well, where I don't understand what the fuck he means when he's saying these things,
it's funny.
but it feels like he's talking to me.
Yeah.
Right? So like
It hits personally.
right. And it's just like but like with his things it's always about it's the rise and fall. Those are like if you look at his jokes, I study things, right?
You know,
So like
the thing is, he makes it relatable too, somehow, some way.
but it's the rise and fall, right?
Yes.
Any story needs a climax and a resolution.
Yes.
But sometimes his resolution isn't a resolution; it's just a pit.
Yes.
You know, which makes it funny.
Or something retarded.
Right, but it's like
Pardon my French.
but it's like it's what makes it funny, right? It's like the oh, like nothing happened, but he ended this story with a
high
joke.
note, yeah.
Yeah.
Ending this story with a high note. I'm going to Disneyland this weekend. I'm so excited.
Once again,
I
had nothing to do with a high note.
That's a high note. I'm so excited. Forrest is gonna be like, yes, that's high.
Yes.
High on
Patreon.
life.
So you're gonna
You see it on
go
Patreon.
Disney Christmas?
Yes, so excited.
With the
Dude,
I'm
do
taking
a
my
vlog,
mother-in-law.
Do a vlog.
I'll do it. What's up?
Do a vlog,
Give
do
me
a vlog.
Give me your little speakers.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
these?
I'll buy a new one. I'll buy another one. Yeah.
Take mushrooms.
You want?
I have actually at Disneyland.
Swear.
Fuck yeah, I have.
Let's
At
talk
the
about
Galaxy's Edge.
How'd you feel?
Oh my god. I was on another planet. It was amazing.
Speaking of being on another planet, what the fuck is the real thing that you wanted to talk about?
This is exactly.
This is the real shit that you wanted to talk about. I thought you wanted to bring a fucking real topic.
Motherfucker, this is what podcasts are all about. You know, just shooting the shits.
Right.
This
No.
one's
That's
genuine conversations that,
Yeah.
that are good.
Of
So
course.
let's talk about it. What did you feel when you did mushrooms at fucking Disneyland?
I just felt like I went out of the world. Like I literally was in line and it hit me and I was like looking at everything, touching everything.
Did you have
like,
visuals?
Did
Oh,
you
hell
realize it
yeah.
was a big world after all?
I
No, it's
hate
even
it's
smaller.
A small world.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's a smaller world after
Can I
all.
have a little
it.
teensy bit, please?
I'll never.
Did you have like little swirls in your vision, like little?
I did, but I also had more so like, yo.
But what more so? What?
I had I see like.
Oh, cheers!
I'm not gonna take that straight, fool.
Thank you guys, by the way, for having me on.
Here,
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Matt, do you have a shot?
Yeah, offer my boy over here, man. Leave him hanging.
Take a little shot.
Look at that. Look at that. Sheesh. I see like
so scared over
blue,
You're good, don't
yellow,
worry about it.
green, and red,
That's true.
like
More vividly.
around everything.
Oh,
Like
the
lines
3D glasses,
around
kind
it.
of like the 3D glasses.
Yes, that's what I
On the
see when
edges.
I'm on shrooms, and I love shrooms.
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys.
It's a spiritual.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas to everyone. We love you guys.
Woo!
Have you had mushrooms?
Yeah.
Acid?
Yeah.
No, acid?
Yeah.
DMT?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
All of them?
That is the one I have not had yet.
DMT?
Yeah, that's
Well,
like
okay,
my
wait.
top tier.
I've had DMT, but it's all been like smoked with other things.
Vaporized with something
Yeah,
else.
it's either was vaporized or I put it in a blunt.
Yeah.
And it like it did its thing, but
In
it
a
didn't do its
blunt?
thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, I hang out with
Some heavy hitters.
This
like
is my
I-
hood homie right
Yeah. I hang out with hood dudes who think that they're like
Trapping.
Shamans.
Yeah, okay.
You know, hood shamans. Hood shamans is a really good term.
Some woke.
Honestly, like, dude,
Some
no.
woke
Can that be our new podcast?
Dude,
name?
honestly,
Shamans, what's
dude,
up?
I love that. I love that. Oh, dude, hey, New Year, hood shamans, let's go.
I like that.
Nah, but like, yeah, for real, like it's we're like they're all like East Side San Jose kids, or they're
Like
East Side like
Palo Alto?
like East Side like like East Side like Bay Area kids.
So like some woke cholos.
So like some Oakland, Hayward, Fremont, Union City type kids, like those kids,
But they woke.
they're just like experimental.
Okay.
Like most of the I hung out with norteños, right? Those are the people who I hung out with. All they dealt with was with weed, cocaine, and
maybe some pills.
But Xanax,
Yeah.
Percocets.
Or some, they call them euros, or like some fucking
Right,
shit.
right.
No, we don't fuck with
no,
euros.
no, no.
Those are the worst pills.
No,
ever.
but they
mad.
like the uppers that they dealt with were always cocaine, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right. They never dealt with ecstasy.
Never
they never
meth,
felt
never fucking
Molly. They never acid, mushrooms. That to them
Maybe.
was some white boy shit, right?
Oh, okay.
But like for whatever reason, like I found the
DMT through them.
I found DMT through them, right? Like
because
the only
you
time
don't
that
know people, like it's always
right,
gonna
but
go through the
but
grapevine.
like I hung out with norteños, but I
You
hung
found-
out with their brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Their brothers are like Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh,
And then-
Pokemon.
and then
you know, like those
yeah.
those kids, right? Like yeah, you grew
The
up
quiet
in the
kids.
East.
It's always the quiet ones.
Right.
Always.
Those are the kids who I like.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
we're
bonded
both
with-
here. Like, hey, I came here with the skateboard.
Yeah.
You live here because
You
you're broke.
skateboard?
Yeah, dude, I'm wearing skinny
Hey,
jeans right now.
Did you fucking play with a tech deck in middle
that.
school?
Oh,
In middle
what?
school, did you play with a tech deck?
Dude, we
I
had
did
a
that.
tech deck
Like skate
club.
park.
We had a club.
I
shit,
called it.
that's
I
dope.
fucking called it.
We
I
had a
fucking called
club,
it.
dude. Like I'm telling you,
I'm
we
good.
were
I fucking-
weirdos. We're weirdo. We're like weirdo
Yeah.
white kids, right?
Yeah.
But like with hood mentalities,
Yes.
right?
But
Like
when-
at the
when
end
you
of the
love
day,
something, you love it.
they're
Wait,
like
that's the skater mentality.
no, because like
No.
You say
Sure,
you've
actually,
got
that makes
the-
sense. That
it's
makes
a
sense. That
punk
makes sense.
mentality.
that makes
where,
sense. Yeah. That makes
That's
sense
the
because
mentality my dad.
because
had.
like okay,
You're cool
with
everybody.
okay, to kind of tie everyone together, right? In a weird way.
It's with a passion.
You know how like you raced without pink slips?
Yeah.
I would skate without having like any repercussions.
Just for the fun of it.
Just for shits and gigs, right?
Because you
like
liked
at the
it.
end of the day, it's just for fun. Like I
That's
don't
what
care.
you want.
Like I don't care if you actually are better than me, but I want to know where I stand.
Let's test it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I want to know where I am. Right. Like I know I'm not number 1, but I might be number 7. And
Fuck
number
around and find
7,
out.
I can
I'm
know.
not last, bitch.
Yeah, but
I'm not last.
I want to be able to like grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to fuck around and find out.
Right, and dude,
Oh,
that's
yeah?
that's another
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Fuck around, find out. That's
Yeah,
Patreon.
that's
That's,
a
the
fucking title.
Patreon one right
No,
there,
that's the
like
OnlyFans. That's the OnlyFans one.
dude. Fuck around, find out, dude. You see the tres leches getting stomped on, right?
Damn.
That's legend. That's kind of fire too.
Yeah,
Tres
that's
leches.
good.
Hey, tres leches is kind of
That's kind of fire too.
High key,
actually,
high
though.
key.
dude. Tres
High key.
leches is kind of fire.
High key.
Damn.
I fucking-
Honestly, hey, wrap it up right here. We're
I know.
fucking.
That's some gas. No,
Real
hold on.
fucking
Go
straight.
back to DMT though. I want to hear about this.
Oh, the first time
seriously.
the first time we did DMT, I did it off a pen, right? And I hit it for like what they said was like supposed to be like 20 seconds or whatever. And like yeah, like I hit it and like I saw everything fractal.
I heard that shit's fucking hard.
Dude, everything literally like turns into like a kaleidoscope, right?
Yeah.
Everything like literally you're just sitting there, but it's like a whippet. When you're hitting it
But
like
it's more
a
intense with
well,
visuals.
yeah, it's like when you're doing vapes or like through a wax pen.
Yeah.
It's like a whippet. 15 seconds, you're done.
I've never done that.
I heard it was 5 minutes though, no?
When you do it for real,
But it could feel like an eternity. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like for me, like when I did it off a wax pen, it felt
Like a long time.
like no, it felt real
Short.
quick, short.
Like a whip it, like 45 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I did it off a blunt when we were rotating it. It
You've done a
felt,
whippet?
dude.
Sorry.
I would love one, but not today.
Oh!
Hey, don't tell me what a good time with with the fucking cats.
No, but the next time that I did it, it was they put it in a blunt. Actually, there was like 3 blunts in rotation. It was very like Native American. You know what I mean?
It's like a spiritual thing.
No, but like the way that we did it, or at least the way that I like interpreted it,
Like an
at the end,
experience.
right? Like there was like maybe like 7 of us, like just chilling.
Crisscross applesauce around a fire.
Well, we were around a fire. We weren't
That's
Indian
kinda-
style,
that's
as
lit
they
though.
would say. You know.
That's kind of lit though. It's kind of
Yeah. But it was like, you know, it was like a handful of us, and we were just rotating it, and you know, we were just talking, and like, you know, and like I knew I was tripping because at one point I was like, "Fuck, dude, our ancestors were doing this," and they all looked at me and they were like, "Yeah." Like,
Yeah.
it's ayahuasca. It's
No,
like,
exactly. So that's the thing. The 2 things on my list, like, you know, for drugs that I want to do, you know, my bucket list is DMT and ayahuasca. The 2 things.
yeah. Ayahuasca is like,
And I want to
it's
go to
cool.
Peru for that.
It's cool. Like ayahuasca, I want to do. I've never done it.
But you need a shaman for the most part if you don't want to fucking kill yourself.
No, I think
Yeah, it's kind of like
a shaman to me.
They recommend it highly.
A shaman to me personally is just someone who's done it multiple
Experienced.
times. Like to
They
me,
kind of are able to see, like, pick up on how you're feeling
and also
and
guide
know,
you.
like, oh shit, we gotta switch
Right.
this
Yeah,
up.
and also
real quick.
Right.
Like mostly to guide you also because you really fucking need a guide for that.
but
shit.
that's
You really
exactly
do.
what she said, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you're going down, like you need someone to pick you up, or if you're going down and no one's gonna like sometimes when you're tripping.
It could be bad or good.
Sometimes
I'll
so,
go down.
but sometimes when you're going
Yeah.
down, like you need someone to be like, no, it's okay. You need
Yeah,
this.
like a
You
ground.
Yeah.
need this. You need
Yeah,
this.
like a grounding. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like with me and my like mushroom trips, like I do mushrooms more than anything else.
Do you do a lot? Like a
Um,
lot of mushrooms
Dude,
at
I
one
used
When
to
time.
I do
grow
mushrooms, I do a lot.
I used
when
to
I
grow
do it,
shrooms.
when I
Okay.
do it, like I'm not gonna just. Do
I don't
it just to do it.
microdose. Like, I'm gonna
I
fucking
used
take
I,
an
u-
eighth
I
and,
used
like,
to I
grams.
used to microdose a lot. I used to microdose, but that was because like I didn't want to do Xanax. I didn't
Sorry.
want to do all these other things.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
like with mushrooms, it like it allowed me to control my trip because I've done it so many times.
All right, so let me ask you: have you had like a really bad trip? Like, what's your worst
Of
trip?
course. My worst
I've
trip.
never had a
Oh,
bad
dude,
one.
my worst trip. Honestly, I was like by myself. I did like maybe like 2.5 grams of mushrooms.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but this is my worst trip, right?
Okay,
I
let's hear
did
it.
2.5
It doesn't
grams.
matter how much
No, that's
of
true.
the drug
That's what
you
I'm saying.
do. It
It's the
matters your
state
state
that
of
you-
mind.
Mind state, and
That's
mind.
what I'm. Yeah.
All the
So
three
like,
S's, whatever.
so I did 2.5 grams of mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
So like, at this point, I was doing it
Uh-huh.
in order to kind of like,
I used to grow them.
like I.
I used to grow pounds of that shit. Pounds in
That's
my
not
closet.
Is it penis envy?
No, that's Golden Teachers.
Oh, okay.
No, the
okay.
penis ones are fucking intense. So I heard like fucking. too
Okay,
intense.
so 2.5 grams of penis envy is
okay.
what I did,
now
right?
Now I understand. That's
Right.
bad. That's rough.
It's like the
Over a
it's
fucking
the
eighth.
creme de la creme, right?
Yeah.
Like
My guy, that's like 2/8.
that's what I'm saying. So I did two. It's like
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
did that, and like I was just like,
gotta
I'm
watch
like,
out for them
I'm
penis.
gonna find myself. And
No.
you're like blah blah blah, and like this is like maybe
That's
like
bad.
towards the end of COVID, right? It's like towards the end of COVID and blah blah blah. Like my mom moved out. Like I'm living in this apartment by myself.
Kind of stressed out.
You've
You
got,
know?
no, he's got his own world. He's
That
trying
was
to find
my
himself.
worst.
No,
that was my
Yeah,
worst. That was my
that's-
worst
that's
trip.
a bad
So
time.
I was just like there, and I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah, no.
am I really a man? Like, do
Oh
I
my
like?
God, that
Oh,
sounds
Like,
so
oh
bad.
shit, when is this gonna end? Looks in the mirror.
Yeah,
is
no,
that
that's what I
Jesus?
heard.
No, it's
Well,
God.
no,
They're
that's what I
dying.
heard.
See, but like that's the thing.
That's what I heard.
That's at least the thing with me where like, no matter what, like I've done mushrooms since I was 13.
Damn.
God,
I know.
damn.
Sorry, mom. But like, it's one of those things where it's just like I've done it so often that like I know that there's gonna be an end,
yeah.
but I know I'm not gonna be the same person. When I
So
leave.
did you have?
Yeah.
So
You know?
let me
Yeah.
ask you. Did you have an ego death?
I had
Like
a
the
death.
DJ?
I don't know if it was an ego death because like the same like person with like ego death to me is the confidence of being like I have control.
No, it's the opposite.
No. Ego death is the death
When you feel
of
nothing, the
confidence.
nothing of nothing, like the nothingness of nothing.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have that.
Okay.
I had the confidence still of like I'm gonna be fine after this.
That's how I am now.
Well,
Because
that sounds
after my
fun.
first one,
I'm down
was
for
like,
that. It sounds
That's
fun.
not the fun part.
Well, then I don't get it.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
'cause you're gonna go through the stages.
No.
What's the
You
bad part?
want ego death. Ego
Really?
death is like the thing
Nothing.
is the nothingness of you being like, fuck, like
Yeah, there's
Where
nothing.
you've got this realization,
I
like
don't
it's
exist.
fine.
I don't exist. I don't know anything. But,
then what did
but
you feel?
The lack of ego death.
There's
is,
only up from there.
It's like an
basically.
insecurity?
No, it's the lack of understanding where you even are.
So it's
That's
like anxiety, like an anxiety.
Is that's where I was, where I'm like I don't know if I'm like a good person, a bad person,
So like
if I'm
like
doing this for
like a
right
self-life
or
crisis, right?
wrong. That's where I was.
Crisis.
I was also doing this when I was 24, midlife,
Almost a midlife crisis.
like quarter life
Nah.
crisis.
Sorry,
quarter life crisis of
Dang.
Those were
being
my
like,
best times.
oh, like, am I doing the right thing? Like, yes, like, don't get me wrong. I'm paying my bills. I'm doing this. I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm doing like blah blah blah. I'm a DJ. I'm DJing at Midway. I'm doing all these things.
Well, don't say it like that because you were definitely enjoying yourself and you felt like I'm sure.
But
on
but
top
that
of the
added
world,
but that added onto it, right? Where
making
like,
you feel like is it right?
right. Where
Am
you're like, oh, am I
doing as much?
am I
as
the
think?
person? Am I the
Oh.
person? Am I the person doing these things, or am I the person who's feeling these things?
Yeah.
Like
And
self doubt. Like,
That's
right?
the mushroom. That's the mushroom thing. Where
You're
it's
like-
having also an existential crisis at the same time.
And self-doubt.
and that's why I'm like
Damn.
we're going through it again,
Yeah.
but like
That sounds rough.
Damn, I
Yeah,
go through
yeah.
that sober.
you know what I mean?
Jeez.
But like that was the existential crisis where I'm just like, am I the person who's doing this, or am I the person who's feeling this?
Yeah.
Because like I can feel like I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
I DJ'd Sacramento, New York City, Midway, 10:15.
Your mom's house. Sorry.
Honestly, all of that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was everywhere
Yeah.
at one point, and then I was nowhere. And then I'm like, well, am I the person who's everywhere, or am I the person who's nowhere?
And that's where you're at now is where you have to figure out where the
No,
fuck
on his
you're gonna
bad
be.
trips, on his worst trips, right?
yeah. But like, those are the fun. Like, it's the fun. Like, that's the fun of it, right?
But that does not sound fun.
Yeah, but I do a lot of mushrooms. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
like-
honestly, I feel you, but I'm sorry, I cannot relate. I've only had good trips, thankfully.
That's
cool.
cool.
I've never had a bad trip, and I can consider myself
Well,
a psychonaut.
okay. So, okay, question.
Yes.
Do you only trip when you want to, or do you trip when you need to?
No, when I want to.
That's the difference. I do it when I need it.
But it's about all about sight, set, and setting, right? The 3 S's or whatever. That's what they say.
I don't
I
know
think
what
he's
they say.
saying it's about. I've never heard that, but I think that
I've
you
never
know
heard that either.
because he used to grow
Think
them.
about it. So if you want to have a bad trip, you have to have a bad mindset, mind state, and a bad setting. So it depends on who you're around. Depends how you're all like mentally. Like if you're depressed, and
For sure.
it depends.
You only
like,
need one of those.
yes,
for the bad
exactly.
trip,
So that's like a
right?
recipe for destruction right there.
Right.
But if those
I know
three
the
things
one.
are good, you're good.
Yeah,
If you're around the right people, if you're comfortable, and if you're in the right mind state.
but you
Right.
never know.
Guaranteed
I
good
was
trip.
tripping.
Guaranteed.
I was tripping with myself.
Yeah.
So,
and
like-
probably
so, like-
depressed, probably fucking going through a lot of shit.
For sure. But
There you
like
go.
that's my thing. Like my thing, I also know how mushrooms work, right? So mushrooms, what they do is that they reconnect different neurons on your
They
brain
rewire
and
shit
do
in your
it
brain.
rewires everything, right? So for a lot of times, right? So like, you know how you were saying it earlier, like you didn't remember things earlier, right? Different neurons started connecting, whether that be because of alcohol, because of like trauma,
Yeah.
regardless.
Shit gets
Different
wonky.
neurons start connecting for some weird
Yeah.
reason.
Random.
I did it purposely for that reason.
That's not
but-
good.
No, but I was also going through therapy.
But that's even worse.
No,
No, but I feel like when you're in that state of mind, sometimes you have to go through something like that in
Okay,
order to fix your.
Let me say one thing.
Your
Honestly,
own
like
mind.
so any kind of psychedelic, that is not how you cope to go through things. You know, maybe alcohol,
but,
maybe Xanax, but not psychedelics. You'll have a bad trip for sure. Trying to cope with shit.
but bad trips aren't bad.
No.
No,
I think it depends on those
I don't think
three
so.
that you
I don't
were
think
talking
so.
about.
I don't think so.
Let's talk
Because-
about it.
Because I think bad trips. You know when people like do I know so
Ayahuasca.
many people who do ayahuasca, right? And they're like,
wish.
I had so like I threw up.
Yeah,
I like blah blah
but
blah.
I'm a new person now. I'm a fucking brand new life, soul, right? I
They
wish I
needed
could feel that.
they needed the detox, right?
I wish I could do that.
There's like a detoxing version of everything, like releasing and acknowledging. I think that's the biggest thing is acknowledging.
Yes.
Right, being like you're not the person that you actually think that you are
Being self-aware.
is the biggest thing.
Hey, tell
And,
my
like-
boy I said, what's up?
And like a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't
Yes.
have that realization of
Yes.
like being like, hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing
Yes.
this for this other person in the
Yes.
past, even if it is you.
Exactly.
You know, and
Yes.
like that's the realization.
Yeah.
And like that's the hardest part.
Yeah. It's
like-
almost like it's almost fake, like they're living a facade, like something that's not real. My boy thirsty. All right, can we wrap it up like in 5 minutes?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's finish on a high note though. But not,
Yeah.
Sorry, not Christmas. No, not Christmas though. Not Christmas.
What?
No,
Yeah, you know what? I
at
hate
the end of the day-
Christmas.
but at the
Thank
end
you.
of the year,
High five. Thank you.
all right. But at the end of the
But
year, you know, well, like, okay, so what do you guys are kind of like looking forward to for 2024?
Everything. I'm so excited.
That's
I'm
all
excited
good.
to make hella money. I want to buy a house. Maybe not this year, but I'm probably gonna have enough money to buy a house this
Same.
year, and we're gonna be looking.
Hopefully.
Where?
Just San Jose.
Damn,
Sheesh.
you have money,
That's
money.
gonna be- that's gonna be
You have
tricky.
money,
I-
money.
Let's hope.
We
Hey,
both
hey,
work
hey,
our
hey.
asses
Let's
off. I don't know.
Let's hope.
We work a lot. Jacob
Yes.
works full time. I work part time, but I still like. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah, you can do it. Y'all can do it for sure. I see it.
No, yeah.
What about you?
I have my apartment. I'm fine.
You are good. Where you're
I'm
at
fine.
is like
I'm
the
fine.
perfect
I'm fine.
area.
I'm fine. I'm not even.
You're
gonna-
happy.
I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm not trying to do anything.
do you live alone or with roommates?
I have roommates, but like at the end of the day,
But
like
he's-
I can
That's
kick
why.
them out as
He could do whatever.
Wait,
he
so
Yeah,
wants.
so it's on you. It's in your name.
yeah.
Oh, you good then? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah,
You
yeah,
good?
You rent
Yeah.
control.
Oh,
and
you
stuff?
chill.
Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah,
Good.
we're fine.
No, I think we're looking forward to like really good things this year. We're gonna do some new things with the podcast. I think we're excited about that. Fuck, we're all excited.
I'm more excited. Honestly, I'm so excited.
I'm not excited for the podcast.
No, I'm so
Get a
excited
studio,
for
I'll be
this
sick.
thing because, like,
It's all
dude,
right.
it's so much different from what Jacob does as a DJ. It's so much different as the George.Daniel, what people think I am as a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
This is so
Yes.
different. And it also, like, involves so many different people.
Yes.
Yes,
like,
and
all
so much
three of
more
us-
work, like the work that Matt does and
Yes.
puts into it.
There's-
Like it's
there's
so
more moving parts.
exciting.
It's
Yeah.
more moving parts.
We're
so,
an
it's-
engine.
It's so much fun. Like, dude, like, honestly, like, I want you as a guest to realize this is kind of
Yeah.
almost like a venue,
It's
right?
all
like,
a venue
but-
and a collective all in
But-
itself.
But
right?
way more genuine. Way more.
right, because we're using our words.
Yeah,
It's
it's
our
casual.
faces.
It's casual.
It's
Yeah.
our faces. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and
Like
it's not
at the
fake.
end of the day, like these are our thoughts, our opinions, our things,
And it's
Uh,
real.
and like that's the scariest, but also the most
The realest.
inspiring part of
Yes.
all of it. Where we're like, this is
I hope
genuinely
to
us.
inspire someone.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, a painter is only able to use the colors he's able to use.
Mm-hmm.
We are using our words, our emotions, our stories. This is
Yes.
us. You
Yes.
know, like we look dumb sometimes, and I know I look fucking retarded.
But it's for a good cause.
I love you a little.
But it's,
You know?
it's for the culture. It's for the
but
culture.
like it's real. It's like dude, like we're not PC. We're humans.
NPCs are not NPCs.
We're humans, you know,
Yeah.
and like this is reality, and it's like it's scary. It's scary in a lot of forms.
But it's real.
But at the same time, like I'm excited to bring more people on.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that
More
inspires
people,
me.
different people, not
Yeah.
even just like in the music industry, just like
I think
everybody,
2024.
like,
I
you
think
know?
2024 for a lot of people. You've kind of taken the leap beforehand and everything, but like just the jump of like doing things like this, it brings a different avenue or different aspect as to who you are, which is really important because no one knows who you are if you're just putting out a song. Like Clooney needed to get cancer in order for us to like
You mean Michael Beebe?
Michael Beebe in order.
I didn't
for,
even know he just beat it, right?
Yeah, he just.
I
did it.
didn't
But
know
like
that
Michael
he had
Beebe,
cancer,
Michael
but, like-
Michael Beebe needed to get cancer for us to be like, he's a real human. Oh,
Oh
you know?
yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I
Sorry.
mean? Like,
I can't really-
like
that was
at
my
least
friend.
we have a fucking podcast to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We'll talk
I've
about
been
it.
depressed, I've been sick, I've been this, I've been
Yes.
that. You know, like you guys get this.
Yes.
A lot of people don't get that forefront.
Yeah, and that was,
which is
that was
what
my
I'm
friend
excited.
before too. So that really hurt me when I found out because that was my friend. I met him multiple times. Like, yo, that shit really hit me hard.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. But regardless, like,
Yeah.
like I know people who know him, who like, who's his West Coast manager and like things like that. Where I'm like, oh fuck, like I knew about it.
Yeah. But that's when shit gets real, though. You know, that's it. Like,
Yeah,
shit gets
but
real.
like
You never know.
even just like a bystander, right? Like I have an open platform. I can't say shit out loud until they say shit out loud.
Then it's up for grabs.
Then it's up for grabs. Yeah, that is content. You know what I mean?
That is content.
But like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's still just like, dude, like I can't talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like we all go through things. We
Yeah.
all talk about it, but I can't say anything.
I'm sure he has so many things in his head too. He's like, that he can't let out.
I can't. I do. This is something that I'm gonna go to my grave with.
It sounds like
You
a
know.
school shooter.
Like, nah,
kidding,
not
I'm
even.
kidding.
No.
I'm
No.
kidding. It's
Nah.
a joke. Relax.
But
It's a joke.
also, I
It's a
have
joke.
ammo on all you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like,
Same, motherfuckers.
yeah.
God, yeah.
It's
But I
a
love
full- It's a fool.
That's a love.
You know?
Gra-ta-ta-ta.
Yeah.
No, you're a really smart guy. Like,
But like it's like, dude, I can't say anything. Like I know I have an open platform, and this is like, but
Use it.
I try to always bring it on myself. Like even when I say like never mind.
That's the trauma, though. That's the trauma, and that's the point of it. We're all learning.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
But-
all I can say, like in Spanish, like how my parents say it, you know, in Spanish, échale ganas. You
A huevo.
know, exactly. That's
A huevo.
perfect response.
A huevo.
Ain't no other fucking answer. A huevo.
A huevo.
Ain't no other fucking response. No, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, fucking. If you like it, give it your fucking all. Give it your fucking 110% and run with it. You know.
Exactly. Especially if you believe in it.
Don't
But
fucking give up.
like we said, thank you guys for another episode of the George.Daniel podcast. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to everyone in this room.
Terramana, sponsor us. What's up?
Yeah, you already know the Rock, La Roca, whatever you want to go
Please
at.
like and
B-Box, you wanna
subscribe.
sponsor us?
Yeah.
Please
Whatever.
give us your information on Instagram.
But also, just remember to go to www.liquiddeath.com and make sure you guys get a case.
Buy a box. Buy a case. What's up?
Do all that stuff. But you guys can find me at George.Daniel __.
At It's Ashley, that's me, with 3 E's.
And mine's at Wolf of Eastside.
And that's that. Matt, do you want to shout out your Instagram?
Yeah, Matthew Talbot.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
If you guys want to do anything for 2024, if you guys are inspiring podcasters, DJs, anything who wants to jump onto any sort of platform, just hit us up. Hit me or Ashley up, and we'll schedule it and do all that stuff. But we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys. Please remember
You are
to
our
like.
gift for Christmas. You're all, everybody watching and
If you guys
want to
give us a gift,
commenting.
please like, comment, or subscribe. It really
Comment,
helps
gift.
us out in the algorithm. But outside of that, we love you guys and peace.
Deuces.